swoops on the crown and massive basket.
3. You are kidding me.
And the fire burned brightest. Townsville are WNBL champions for the 4th time.
The Flames continue their homestand at the Quaycentre, needing to win, sitting a single loss behind Perth in 4th place. Sydney need to get the job done here against a fast-rising and resurgent UC Capitals team. The Caps have won 4 of their last 6, led by Jade Melbourne, who is fresh off being named to the Opals team that will head, of course, to the Olympic qualifiers in Brazil next month. 5th versus 7th, the Flames and the UC Capitals here for your Friday night hoops. Liam Ellison and the Flyer skipper Beck Cole with you on the call. Beck, welcome aboard.
Thanks for having me. I can't wait for a great Friday night hoops.
Isn't it going to be great? We've got the Flames, who are hot on the heels of the top 4, and the UC Caps, who are in some great form themselves, albeit coming off a disappointing loss against the Bendigo Spirit on Sunday.
This is a huge game in the scheme of things. Sydney, they need to win this game in order to keep putting pressure on those top 4 teams that are on the ladder right now, and they need to make sure that they come out for 4 quarters, because then, like you said, you have the Caps. They're a team who come out, they're young, they're fresh, they go hard for 4 quarters, they don't give up. They'll be disappointed with their loss against the Bendigo Spirit, but like you said, they've won 4 out of their 6 last games, so this is going to be an interesting one here tonight.
Sydney do have the 2-0 season series win between these two, and last time they met, it was all the way back in round 6, just a 2-point margin, Beck.
I know, a very close game for them. I'm sure the Flames would have come out of that game knowing that they didn't play their best basketball for a full 4 quarters, and that they're going to have to focus here tonight. And Nicholson was massive in that game for them.
She was 26 points she had to lead the way for the Flames in that victory. Jade Melbourne led from the front, as she has all season long, what is a really fast unit the UC Capitals have.
They really do. They're young, they're fiery, they're quick inside, outside. The matchup of them is going to be great. Although they won't be matching up on the floor together, what they both bring for their teams is massive. Nicholson, she's been such a crucial element to why the Flames have been so successful. And then you have Melbourne, who's not only doing it on the scoring end, but also with the assists, getting 7.5 per game. So for them two tonight, I'm really interested to see who can really put their team on their shoulders and help towards a success tonight.
Let's have a look at the lay of the land as well. The ladder coming into your Friday night hoops, and here is the Flames as they tail the Perth Lynx. The equation is this: they need a victory and they need Perth to lose to be in the 4 at the end of the round.
This is why this part of the season is so exciting, because every game that every team is playing now, you go in thinking it's a finals game. It is a must-win game. And you see here, they're 1 win away from the Perth Lynx. And so that's why tonight they're going in with determination and knowing that they need to get it done in order for their final chances to still be alive.
It is heading up. We're in the final 4 rounds of the regular season, and not far away, of course, from the FIBA break. The Flames, this is how they will line up coming into this evening test. Madgen, of course, has returned from injury. She's back in some form, had 17 points in that victory over Adelaide on Wednesday.
Yeah, that will be a really good confidence boost for her. Obviously, she's been in and out this season with those knee troubles, and it can be hard for you individually when, you know, you take 3 steps forward and then a couple back. So coming off a strong game against Adelaide will be really good for her mentally as well as physically.
And the UC Capitals, well, they're going to have their hands full. This Flames unit, they are a tough cover. This is how they will line up. Alex Fowler at the 5.
It will be so interesting. Dee Richards has also just found some really good form from the Flames. So for that matchup, I can't wait to see who Caps put on her tonight to see what they can do to trouble her. But of course, Melbourne, first and foremost, you have to stop her. She's where it all starts. And then Sharpie, she's been great. I think there could be a potential matchup of Sharp on Nicholson, and that is going to be an exciting one to watch.
It really is. We'll see how they line up just after this. 2 of the top scorers in the league, the UC Capitals possess in Melbourne and Alex Sharp. And the Flames are back in that terrific pink strip that we saw on Sunday for the Pink Hoops game. And it was a victory they celebrated 87-84 over the Perth Lynx. What an afternoon that was.
It was so good. Of course, Tiana, You know, she's someone who the basketball world loves dearly. She's a great person as well as a great basketball player. And for her team in the league to get around that and support it, love that they're wearing the jerseys. They're bloody beautiful. And of course, everyone, you know, you can go into the Flames and the WNBL website, social media pages, donate, big or small, it can make such a big impact.
Absolutely. Here we go. Tip not far away here. Kayla George will contest it alongside Alex Sharp, and the Capitals will win down first possession here at the Quaycentre in the Harbour City for your Friday night hoops in the Cygnett WNBL. Nicole Munger. Now Fowler, top of the perimeter. Defended by George. Now it's Sharp cutting through the lane. Extra possession, Melbourne with the floater. Not quite for the first points. Paige Bradley, 13 points on Wednesday night, 18 on Sunday. She's been hitting her mark from beyond the arc. Here's Dee Richards. George in the post. This time it's Sharp defending George. And Kayla's gone on the reverse.
I love that they look to George early, get her going, let her see the ball go through the hole, and classic George move underneath the basket.
Koya. Now Fowler. Melbourne off the handoff. Bradley fighting over the screen, rolling to the bucket is Fowler for the Capitals' first points.
What a pass. Fowler and Melbourne have such a good connection in that pick and roll game, and you can just see it put into place there.
Richards downhill, attacking and doing what she has done so well over the last 6 or 7 games, Beck.
Definitely, and if Fowler is going to be her matchup tonight, she definitely has that foot speed, so it was great to see her attack that nice and early in transition there.
Fowler's first points at one end, and Richards wasting no time. Early shot clock drive and makes on the first free throw. Had 18 points and 8 rebounds on Wednesday, and she makes no mistake. Jade Melbourne, at point guard. Fowler looking against the pick. Now Melbourne probing. Only the turnover, just recovering with Sharp. 6 seconds, Okoye to fire from 3.
And that's what she can do. So for her to see her first one go in, oh, she could be on fire tonight.
Perfect look for the Capitals. Madgen battling with Melbourne inside.
And that's what Madgen looks to do. She can bully ball, she's stronger, she's a bit taller. So attacking hard, using her body to get that shot in that space, that's her go-to.
Nothing to see her fit and firing with the Opals tournament not far away. Here's Sharp. Munger on the baseline. Another late shot clock situation for the Capitals. Tough look on the O-glass is Sharp.
And that's what she does best, leading her team in rebounds, getting them extra possessions, extra shots. Great to see Sharp attacking that early.
Bradley. Richards again at the elbow this time. Hands off to her skipper and Madgen. George with the screen. Richards assessing at the top now. 5 seconds for Madgen to work with. From the elbow, mid-range 2, just short. And last touched off Richards. Capitals basketball. Melbourne, league leader in scoring, just over 19 per evening. Koya with 1 3 already. Around the ball screen, Melbourne hesitates now, driving baseline. Sharp is there in the corner. A little strong on that 3. Bradley, Richards diving to the bucket. Here's George. Onwards to Nicholson, who immediately drives inside the keyway. Tough finish, lost Nicholson. 3.5 gone in your first quarter. Melbourne attacking. Whipped out to Munger. Nicholson able to track her down. Melbourne stopped and George with the steal. Now Bradley, Flames running the fast break, and Magin on the end of it.
Great steal, great transition, and what a good pass from Bradley there for Magin for an easy layup.
10-7 start to Sydney. Jade Melbourne, nearly the call on Bradley, with clean defence. Now Bradley looking to take on Fowler straight to the cup. Nice start here for the Flames, Beck.
Great start. Bradley looking good on those transition plays too, making great reads, whether it's for her team or for herself. But Flames look up and in on defence, and yeah, they're reading the caps well.
Fowler. George closed off that entry pass. Here's Melbourne, 4 seconds. Got to make her move on Bradley. Euro stepping through, got the left hand away. Didn't find the rim. Shot clock buzzer expires. And Kristen Veal will go to her bench.
And I think this is a good sub, a good reset. We've just gone quick up, back a couple of times. It was working in the Flames' favour. The Caps were sort of forcing and rushing their shots, so good reset for them to now get a stop and then get through a play on the other end.
Bradley. Georgia Nakoya at the elbow. Magic around the handoff and cut off by Sharp. Good D, the Caps. Melbourne assessing. Gemma Potter with some early minutes for Canberra. Again, a single-digit shot clock. And Jade Melbourne, we know she can bail them out. Fowler, the extra possession. Melbourne again, this time attacking Richards, slicing through. And Richards' first two, it's slingshot the other way. Will she attack? She will. On the left hand, that's a pretty move.
Like I said earlier, if Fowler's going to be her matchup, that's going to be quite hard when Richards is in that, you know, confident and attacking mindset. So if I was Richards, I love that she's looking for that early to keep attacking.
Into the lane, Sharp. Got her with a pump fake on the follow. Sydney did just enough. It'll stay with the UC Caps. Both sides will hit the bench, and Sydney are on a 10-2 run here. Timeout on the floor. This one brought to you by our major partners, Cygnett, Australia's #1 digital accessories brand. Continue to power the WNBL. Australian-owned and designed, Cygnett is available at JB Hi-Fi, Officeworks, and other leading retailers. Visit cygnett.com. And this, Beck, a chance for Kristen Veal to chat things over after Sydney got some early ascendancy.
Yeah, the Flames have really been doing a good job on reading the Caps, not letting them swing the ball on reversal, you know, making it hard for them. What I would like is they did have a few mismatches with Sharpie and Okoye on the inside, so just taking a moment, let them post up, get a good seal and look at them for those mismatches, and that will also just provide a bit more of an inside-outside game and get the Flames having to move on defence.
14 plays 7 here, halfway through the first quarter. Fast starts are the key for the Capitals. They lost the first half in their first 8 games. They've won 4 of their last 6, and in that same stretch, they've won the first half in 4 of their last 6 as well. So they want to correct this early run.
And they have missed some easy shots that normally would drop for them around the basket. So just keep attacking, keep doing what you know works well, take the right shot when it's open. And what I love, as always, the Caps, like you said earlier, Liam, they're second in the league for rebounds, so you know they're getting after the ball, and those extra possessions will be crucial down the line.
How great at crushing the glass, and on cue, Alex Bunton has been inserted into the ball game. Not getting any smaller. Hand off Jada Clark. Here's Potter. 3 seconds, and again, Sydney with the defense. Nicholson trying to rip it away. Jump ball. And Flames will have it via the arrow. Emma Clark off the pine, making an immediate impact, and we know how good Nicholson is on the defensive end of the floor. George. Clark on the wing. George gets around Bunton momentarily. Bradley, turnover.
Right idea, just Nicholson and Bradley not on the same page there, but that was the right idea by Bradley.
Bradley's right up in defense, but this a chance for the Capitals to re-arrest the momentum. Bunton with the pick. George switching onto the ball. Melbourne immediately attacks, and Richards saw that one off. Another steal for her. In transition finds Nicholson for the corner three. Another chance for the Flames here. Bradley. Now Clark with 6 seconds to work with, and Melbourne picks her pocket. 2 Flames ahead in defense. Melbourne with a chance to set things here. Clark. Potter wing possession, drives at Clark, gets the call.
Great penetration by Potter there. She set up Clark, faked her with a jab right and went base left.
She has a chance to shoot 2 as a result. Gemma Potter turning from those knee injuries, played in 2 Junior World Cups, including that silver medal winning effort with the Gems in 2019. Now making an impact at the UC Capitals and making on the first.
And go to work, Sydney fans, where you at with that noise?
Stops that run for the Flames. Now Bunton with another look. Jada Clark. Koya inside, Bunton immediately puts it up and in.
And I love that. That's the first time they've really looked inside, and Bunce has done a great job after that little stint of being out, of just being a big presence for the Caps.
It's been a terrific return as George just strong on the 3. Emma Clark's there, and that's a tough finish off the window. A career high in scoring this season, Emma Clark. Just over 8 per outing. Munga. Koya at the top. Eva Rowe is out there. And the steal for Clark. Open floor ahead of her. Bradley running forward of the play and just falls in.
And how good are Flames looking in transition at the moment? If I was Guy Malloy, I'd be super happy with my team's defense and the way they've been able to push the ball.
Has been a key reason why they have this 8-point advantage. Jada Clark. Another late shot clock situation, and it will count as well for Clark. Chance for 3 the old-fashioned way. Foul call goes on Bradley. Just her first. Alex Sharp will come back in for the Capitals. As Clark looks to close this deficit. And makes on the continuation 3 throw. Capitals back within 5. Bradley. Nicholson. Now over to Rowe. Skip pass finds Bradley. Driving at Jada Clark and couldn't find McSpadden that time. Munga. Stopped in the keyway. Foul is there.
And
timeout.
And that's the thing about Caps. Watching this first quarter, it has felt like Flames have, had control and the momentum. And then you do this and Caps are only down 3 points. And this is the thing I love about them. They attack for a full 4 quarters and you might think you're up by 10 and then you might switch off. You might turn the ball over and then they just come right back. And this is why tonight is going to be such an exciting game for us.
It is. So, false alarm. Ready to go once again with 90 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And it's back to a 1-possession ball game. Rowe. Inside was McSpadden. Did well to find Clark. Bunton's defending the rock. McSpadden doubled immediately. Nicholson was open for the 3, but the Capitals defense swarming over these last few minutes.
They definitely have seemed more aggressive and more attacking on the defense, and it's making the Flames have to second guess, double think what they're about to do, and that has definitely helped them.
Nicholson inbounds. Just strong. Clark there on the O-glass. No. Capitals have it back. Here's Sharp. Fowler with the screen. As he's bunted. Munga. Not quite. And the Capitals again with the extra possession. They are the second leading rebounding team in the league for a reason.
What's crucial about getting those rebounds, if the Caps are running the offense and they're shooting the right shots, even if they don't go in, the rebounders will be in the right spots because you know where the shot is coming out of the offense. And I think that's something that the Caps actually do a really great job of.
They've got 9 team rebounds in the game and 7 of them are offensive at this early stage. Sharp, tough drive down the baseline. They have closed this gap back to 1. Bradley. Now Rowe, Nicholson. Moving through some hands. A 2-man game with McSpadden. Immediately dive into the hoop as Bradley. No good. And Bunton's there to clean it up. So the Capitals shot clock off and a chance to take the lead into quarter time. Munga with 7 seconds. Nice find, Sharp. Cleanly contested from Clark. And that will do it for the end of 1 here at the Quaycentre. The Flames 18 lead the Capitals 17.
Use that momentum and power you've created to explode out on your first dribble. Okay, we've got 2 more. 1.
Sometimes as women, we look for perfection as opposed to execution.
The work ethic is important when the players are 40 years younger than you.
Cheers.
Great start to your Friday night hoops here in the Harbour City. 1-point ball game in favour of the Sydney Flames. 18 plays 17. Liam Ellison and Beck Cole with you on the call. Beck, this one's been good.
It has. It's been a quarter of great defense, early transition, you know, second chances on rebounds. Both teams have come out attacking here this evening.
They have, and Capitals led by Sharp and Fowler early with 4 apiece, and it's Richards and Magin leading the way for the Sydney Flames, equally with 4 points on the board. And Panousis will come off the pine to start the second quarter, her first minutes of the evening. Flames, of course, in that pink jersey. The pink hoops on Sunday. They'll wear it again here. Your Friday night hoops. They snapped a 3-game losing streak in that game against the Perth Lynx. Now on a 2-game win streak, Sydney looking to continue things here against the Caps, who were good towards the end of that quarterback.
They really were. They came out firing. You know, they were making those shots. They were looking inside. And I'll be interested to see, what they look to here in their first play of the second quarter.
Nicole Munga with the ball. Here's Sharp. Nice find down low. Sharp has position. George over the top was a foul. Fowler will head for her first trip to the stripe of the game.
And Fowler has just been so good in pick and rolls all season. And, Sharpie and Melbourne really know how to find her. And she does a great job of, putting them into the hole or drawing fouls and getting to the free throw line.
Ties it up with the first. And 2 of 2 in the Capitals back in the lead. Panousis. George coming off that Diana Mungakia MVP performance in the pink game, 28 and 10.
And Sydney off that free throw Caps off that free throw went into a full court press back into a 2-3 zone. So Panousis lucky on the 3, that's what she does best, but that definitely did rattle them. So I like that change up for the Caps.
It was a friendly roll for Panousis there. Flames firing back. Munga. Sharp. 7 seconds again for the Caps. Step back, Jay. No good, and George hunted it down. No, Munga got it back for the Capitals. And Fowler has been fouled by Sydney. So close to coming up with a stop on that trip, the Flames.
The Caps have done a great job of attacking on the pick and rolls. George is doing a quick show, so the guards are doing a great job of hesitating and then attacking again.
Munga, immediate three-point attempts. Here's Emma Clark. Richards hesitates. That is lethal. No, just missing. And it might even be an offensive foul against the Flames. Richards surprised with the call. There's that first step, but it was the left arm, I think, that gave away the call.
Yeah, I'd need to see that again on replay, but unfortunate, yeah, that is an offensive foul if you do hook the arm.
Here's Sharp. Munga. Fowler with the ball screen. Driving down low, awaiting a cutter. Here's Okoye. 4 seconds for Melbourne. Panousis trying to track her down. Melbourne needs no invitation. Panousis. And Nicholson with the basketball. George arriving with the assistance. Nicholson. Not that time down the lane. Melbourne outlet pass up ahead. Here's Fowler. And the block came from George. Got it to the advantage of a teammate as well, as Fowler has been assessed with a personal. That'll be number 2 on Alex Fowler.
It'll be interesting to see if Fowler comes out of the game now. 2 early fouls were early in the second quarter. She is crucial to the team. Billy might look at giving her a bit of a break. Yeah, Potter comes in for her now, so I think that's a smart decision and, you know, save her for that second half.
Taking no risks, still 8 minutes remaining in this second quarter. Richards. Here's Panousis. Ball in the hands of Loz Nicholson, 4th in league scoring. Inside, Richards in the post. Whistle came first.
And Richards did a great job of reading that mismatch. They switched Melbourne onto her. She's so much taller, so she's a nice big deep seal inside.
Been so aggressive offensively, Dede Richards, as the season has worn on. Nicholson, what can the Flames do with his fresh 14? Nicholson cutting to the hoop and gets the call. She will have 2 shots.
And so far, the Caps have done a great job. They can switch on balls and off ball screens from their 2 to their 5, and that's something that does make it difficult. So currently, they've done a great job on Nicholson. She hasn't been able to be as effective off those on balls like she normally is, because when they switch, they're all, you know, 6 foot. They're all got great foot speed. So that's been something that's really worked for them. But Dede's done a great job of rolling on the smaller guards, and the Flames guards have been able to get it inside, so they've done a much better job adjusting to that in this second quarter.
She has been good. She's their leading scorer with 6. Jade Melbourne. Potter out there. Okoye. Kayla George poked at it. And again, in the hands of Jade Melbourne. Fresh off being named in that Opals team next month. Goes hard to the hoop and gets the call.
Basket will count for Jade Melvin.
Jade Melvin making things happen, attacking the hoop.
And she'll be happy to see that one go through the hole. All you need is just one to drop, and then the rest of the game, you're more confident to take that shot.
First field goal of the contest. Comes the hard way.
She'll shoot one.
And good on the free throw. What a tough start to this second quarter so far. George. Here's Nicholson now on the wing. Look to get her more involved for Sydney. Into the post. And the fourth team foul on the UC Caps. This time it's Gemma Potter.
And the Caps will want to watch their fouls now. They're on their next foul. They're sending the Flames to the free throw line, and it's still just under 7 minutes of play here. So they'll want to make sure they get their hands out, clean it up, and make Flames have to work hard for their shots.
Both teams will have to think about their foul budget. With heaps of time remaining. George. Nicholson inside the arc. Here a row crashing the glass, but Okoye was there. Melbourne. Nice release to Okoye. Extra pass. Munga was open. Richards again on the glass. Rebound number 3 in the ball game. She's going to look to go coast to coast. No good, and Melbourne was there. Oh, really thread the needle to Munga. Somehow ended up in the lap of Sharp, and Munga on the follow. The Capitals have 9 offensive rebounds. Both teams trading the lead here in this first half. George, what a find. Nicholson is fouled.
That's what Nicholson does great. Moving off the ball, nice back cut. What she does best.
Just caught Munga napping for a split moment. In sync with Kayla George. Nicholson's first trip to the stripe. %, free throw shooter. And again, we are tied in Sydney. It's been a duel so far. Sharp. There's the ball at the top of the perimeter. Melbourne. She's going to let it fly. A little strong. And Sydney get mixed up. Caps with a fresh 14.
And you said it before, the Caps with 11 offensive boards already. Flames will have to clean that up, and that's what I think is helping Caps stay in the game right now.
Simply have to be addressed at half-time, you'd think. Melbourne. Okoye popping out to the arc on the call first. So Melbourne will have 3 throws. In the bonus, both sides. Paige Bradley has 2 personals. The Caps are 6 of 7 so far from the stripe this evening. What a coup for this star young athlete named into the Opals team. And she makes on the 3 throws. Bradley. George, baseline, skips it over to Rowe, immediately moved onwards via Bradley. Boy, with a box out, Flames basketball.
And again, you see Caps after a free throw in that full court press, back to a zone. It's good, it just changes it up and makes Bradley have to realise, okay, we don't need a man offence right now, we need a zone offence. So Flames did a good job of, finding Bradley open for a 3, but you could tell it just wasn't as fluid.
George pulls the trigger. 3-point fingers go up from the referee, and the Flames back in the lead here. Just the first 3 of the contest for Sydney. Potter. Now it's Jada Clark attacking left on Magid. Gonna rattle home. There's a friendly roll for the Caps. Richards in the hands of Tess Magid. Puts it on the deck at Koya. Poking at it now. Magid will attack, stepping back through and falls home. Count the points. Magid for one more. There it is again. Just caught Koya off guard when she attempted the steal. Magid has 7. It's been a real grind so far in this second, hasn't it, Beck?
It has. Again, both teams just playing really aggressive D, getting second chance opportunities and, you know, just attacking the basket really well. So, I think whoever wins this game, it'll be who plays the best defense and who gets those rebounds.
Melbourne spinning out of trouble. Just wouldn't go. Bradley. Nice find. Richards in a world of space. Richards has 8, and she is a handful.
And Flames have just been playing some really good team basketball. Everyone's getting involved, getting touches, and moving the ball really freely.
Melbourne in rhythm. Bradley hunts it down, and Sydney are away, leading by 4. Magid again attacking the keyway. Richards is there to crush the glass if they need. They won't. Magid's 4 of 5 from the field. Jada Clark. 3.5 remaining in this first half. Potter. Koya. Stopped by Richards on the roll. Now Melbourne for 3. Last touched. Referees. Keep it down this end. And a timeout on the floor. 6-point ball game. The Flames with the lead here. And this one brought to you by CTM Sport, here to transform your team's travel experience. Leave the hassle of off-court arrangements to CTM Sport, the experts in sports travel management. Get the winning edge today at ctmsport.com.au. And Beck Cole, this lead has really not been any more than 2 possessions throughout most of this quarter. Flames getting out to a 6-point lead, and Kristen Veal wants to chat things over.
Yeah, again, I think it's a really smart timeout by Veely here. Although it's a small margin of 6 points, when it is such a close game and you do feel that momentum changing towards the Flames, it's a good time just to call a timeout, reset, what do we want to do in our next defensive play, and hey, let's look at these options on the offensive floor. And I think for the Caps, they've missed their last couple of long shots. So, hey, let's look at attacking the ring, get it inside, whether that be off penetration or through the bigs, and just see it go in the hole. And then, hey, now we can look back at our outside shot again. But a smart timeout by Veely.
It's been Magid and Richards who have really got motoring. Magid's got 9, Teddy Richards has 8. And I can perhaps paint this as a positive, Beck Cole. They've done this, the Caps, without Jade Melbourne really getting going. She's now 1 of 11 from the field.
Yeah, and I think it's so good that all Caps, they have, everyone in that team has confidence in their ability, and anyone's ready to step up. And I think if, Jade's shots aren't dropping right now, she can do a good job of facilitating and looking for her team.
Clark. Sharp down low. Okoye's in the post. Got Magid defending. Right hand hook shot, no good. Follows her own miss.
And although it missed, that's a great look. That's a mismatch. Look at that inside presence.
Clark will go again. The Capitals gets the whistle. She will head back to the free-throw line. Both sides have been efficient so far.
for you to get it loud in here, Flames fans.
Jada Clark, a Centre of Excellence graduate. Was featured in the Under-19 World Cup last year. And brings it back to a 4-point margin. H. Bradley. George with the screen. Here's Madgen. Bunsen and George. Two players who know each other's game well. George, not that time off the window.
And great defense by Bunch. She stayed down, she kept her arms up and forced George into a tough shot.
Bunsen, top of the painted area. Sharp around a pick with the floater, just short. Imagine the Flames can go quick if they like. Potter does well. Richards again on the cut, and she's drawn the foul.
Madgen drew two there. Great dish to Richards. She's been, lethal on transition tonight, so I think Caps really need to make sure they find out where Richards is. But Madgen has done a great job so far attacking, getting 2 feet in the paint, and then reading what her player is doing.
Yeah, spot on. You really do have to watch her on the fast break, Dede Richards. 5 from 5 now from the line. Richards is the first Flame into double figures. 2 minutes out from the halftime break. Melbourne's back out there. Sharp. Potter. Bunsen rolling to the bucket. Has the step on George, no good. Bradley. Flames, clear directive to push the pace. Caps get back in D this time. Nicholson right on the free-throw line. And it's the biggest lead of the ball game for either side. Jade Melbourne. Big 90 seconds coming up for the Capitals. Potter. And the whistle. Bunsen and Nicholson get tangled up. Offensive foul. And that hurts the Capitals, Beck.
Yeah, that could be a big play right now in this stage of the game, and now you're allowing Flames to get another possession off that and, potentially get a 10-point lead. So Caps will want to get a stop on this possession.
It'll be Bradley with a chance to do just that. Nicholson again pulls up from the mid-range. And Potter got a fingertip to it. Madgen is wide open from beyond the arc. And couldn't hunt it down. Capitals basketball. Let out of jail there. Maybe just a touch. Melbourne. Running point. Bunsen with the pick. And picked off by George. Madgen's ahead of the play. Bradley. Fouled by Melbourne. Perhaps professionally. Here's that steal again from Kayla.
Yeah, good hands by George. She is good on that, reading the offense on the pick and roll and getting her hands in there for a big. That's something that she is so good at doing.
Of course, both teams in the bonus. Paige Bradley. And the Flames have not missed a free throw in the first half. Double-digit lead. Melbourne directing traffic. Capitals need an answer. Sharp looking to provide it here. Mishandle. And the Flames have all the answers.
Again, great D by the Flames. George there on the pick and roll, just arms straight up and Sharpie dribbling it off her foot. But a great possession again in this stage of the game. And now Flames get another possession here.
Baseline ball as we clean this up. They're coming into the halftime break with some serious momentum.
And if I was Flames, I'd look to, use up the shot clock, and then you see Caps go down the other end. They only have 6 seconds of play with the ball.
Imagine allowing time to wind down. There's Bunton. Now she'll look to take her off the dribble, and again it's Richards. She has done that perfectly in the first half. Flames by 12, 3 seconds. Melbourne splits through 3. And one final stop to finish the half for the Flames. 42 plays 30. What a second quarter for the home side. 24-13 in the period to open up an advantageous position, Betcol.
It is now going into half-time, 12 points up. That's huge. They're going to have massive confidence. They've been attacking the basket. Richards on transition. Her off-ball movement has been great. Such a smart play as well at the end of the second half there for the Flames.
Hasn't she just looked in sync with her guards, Dee Richards? Do you think that's an element of just the season wearing on and chemistry progressing?
100%. As when you're an import as well, you've never played with any of these girls before, and you're also coming into a new country.
Game on and off the court. Together, Basketball Australia and the Australian Sports Commission are powering women in basketball. We are amplifying the voices, skills and spirit of women in the game. From the backboards to the boardrooms, we're breaking barriers, shattering stereotypes and empowering the next generation of female athletes and leaders. Get involved, and together we can create a future where every girl's hoop dreams are within reach.
It's a game of strategy, nerve, and unpredictability.
Woodbridge pushes Australia's most addictive game show. Over the Edge.
One counter for a shot at $40,000.
The more you risk,
2 counters, $20,000. I'll also throw in a holiday.
the more you win.
If you don't get that jackpot, you'll leave here with nothing.
New Tipping Point Australia starts Monday, Jan 29 on 9.
Ford dealers have backed sport in communities for nearly 100 years. And now, from the Boomers and Opals to Aussie Hoops, your local Ford dealer is proud to support basketball. Because all dreams start somewhere.
pre-season Sydney Flames championship coach Guy Malloy. Kayla George has come across Tess Madgen as well.
As soon as Guy Malloy got the job at Sydney, it really was a no-brainer, and his attention to detail and the way he really develops his players skill-wise. Whenever I need to continue growing my game, he's always been there for me, whether he's my coach or not. You know, he's always a coach that always gets the best out of me and really challenges me to be, you know, the best leader I can be, the best person.
Madgen will let it fly.
Everything just kind of aligned, and I thought it was a too good opportunity to pass up. I grew up playing with Kayla. We've been playing together since we were 12. You know, we first aligned in WNBL at the Boomers a couple of years ago for that hub season.
George, Madgen, foul and one.
We talk all the time. We're best friends. She had a fantastic season last year. I have no doubt she'll go far in going back-to-back MVP, but for Kayla, it's always about the team success. So I know, you know, last year we didn't get the job done at Boomers, and she'll be really looking to do that here with Sydney Flames.
Madgen around a pick. Releasing George at the baseline. Looks good out of the hands. Madgen, nice find to George in the reverse.
You know, I still feel like I could get better. I wouldn't keep playing basketball if I didn't think I could keep growing as a player. I've only won one WNBL championship, and I know how much sacrifice it takes to do that. I think it just makes everything worth it, all the highs and lows that you go through, not only throughout the season, but throughout your career, really worth it. I'd also love to get another one for Guy.
Hi, I'm Loz. I'm Izzy, and we're here with Leo and Anna with the Ford Aussie Hoops.
Who's your best shooter on the team?
This girl right here. It's probably Loz. Do you guys have a favourite spot on the court that you like to shoot from?
Right here.
Right in front? I like it.
Do you have any tips for shooting?
So make sure your feet are always facing the rim wherever you shoot it from, and then snap that wrist and hold your follow through. Do you want to have a go? Yeah, nice. Nice. Thanks for hanging out today, guys. Good job. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Leo.
Good job.
Good job, Anna.
The
For centuries, supernatural creatures have lived among us.
There are vampires, werewolves, doppelgangers, witches,
And even hybrids. Go!
There are friends,
Our enemies.
the ones we love.
And the ones we've lost. A lot of blood, a lot of partying.
But if you're gonna die, it might as well be epic.
Sink your teeth into the drama.
Drink.
The Vampire Diaries.
Here we go.
Stream every episode on 9 now.
You overheated the generator.
Nice nightgown. Oh, wait.
Well, that smile might make all the girls at the church social swoon, but it's not gonna work on me.
Well, I'm not gonna be polite. I'm not gonna show you where a fuse box is. Night.
This Manhattan Doctor's life is going south. Stream all episodes of Heart of Dixie on 9 now.
I've got a staff meeting to go to, and so do you. You elitist Harvard fascist missed the dean's list 2 semesters in a row, Yankee jackass.
Stream The West Wing
Feel better getting that off your chest there, CJ?
I'm a whole new woman.
on 9 now.
Women are powering forward and changing the game on and off the court. Together, Basketball Australia and the Australian Sports Commission are powering women in basketball. We are amplifying the voices, skills and spirit of women in the game. From the backboards to the boardrooms, we're breaking barriers, shattering stereotypes and empowering the next generation of female athletes and leaders. Get involved and together we can create a future where every girl's hoop dreams are within reach.
12-point ball game here at the half. The Sydney Flames and the UC Capitals. Liam Ellison and Beck Cole with you on the call. Dede Richards, no surprises. She is our player of the half, Beck.
She's been a menace on the court in transition. She's been great attacking when she's seen that, she has the mismatch with her foot speed. And then she's been reading her team so well. Backdoor cuts, her teams have been finding her. She's been looking great with this attacking mindset here tonight.
They're a team in sync, the Sydney Flames. Tess Madgen, she's been terrific as well with 9 points coming back from injury around 4 or 5 games into her return now. And the Capitals are led by Jada Clark, but it's Sharp and Melbourne who've combined for 3 of 22 from the field.
Yeah, the Flames have just done an awesome job of just getting points in the paint, easy points, finishing their baskets, and then Caps on the other end. Their leading point scorers are Sharpie and are Melbourne. So for them not quite hitting those shots, maybe let's look at some different plays that they can get easier open shots with time and space. But it's also a credit to Flames forcing those two girls into tougher and harder shots.
Yeah, spot on. Their defense has been awesome in the first half, the Sydney Flames. And of course, massive news during the week. The Opal squad announced for that Brazil qualifying tournament happening in just a matter of weeks. 2 Flames in this squad, of course, Kayla George and Tess Madgen. And Jade Melbourne, how exciting to see her there alongside a few other youngsters.
Jade Melbourne is definitely the future of the game, and she's had a great season so far. So for her to go to this Olympic qualifier will be something really exciting. And, if we all know Melbourne, she's going to give it her all. So really stoked to see her in the squad.
They have games against Brazil, Germany and Serbia taking place from Feb 8th to Feb 11th, and they need to finish inside the top 3 in their group, but there's some pretty tough nations, so it's a big job.
It is 3 tough nations, plus you have the hometown team, and Brazil, they're all about the fans, the support, getting after it. So the best of luck to all the Opals team members who are going over, and yeah, we wish our Aussies the best of luck.
No doubt they will represent us with pride. A great mix of experience and youth in that squad. Second half not far away here, and the Sydney Flames will have first possession. Paige Bradley.
Go, Flames, go.
Here's Nicholson. Doubled by Fowler and Okoye. Got it to Richards. Bradley with her feet set. Just off. George over the top. Nicholson moves it onwards. Now it's Richards inside the paint. Finishes where it started. It has the first points for Sydney. Alex Sharp. Melbourne. Blocked beautifully by Clark. Now the Flames ahead. Munga picks it off. Richards. Everything has ended with her so far in this game.
What a great start for her. You said it. She has started how she left off the first half.
Okoye. Uncharacteristic miss.
And I'm sure Veely won't be too impressed with how the Caps have come out of the blocks in this third quarter, in this first minute. The Flames, though, they're looking really good, so Caps just need to lock in on the defense and even think about, let's get 3 stops in a row here.
They are looking good on both ends of the floor, Sydney. George, baseline J.
The Flames are just passing the ball so well. They're getting the ball through hands, getting reversals, finding who's open, and they're getting nice, wide open shots.
Getting what they want on the offensive end. The Capitals on the flip side are not. So far, here's Melbourne. Alex Sharp posting up inside, and that is a way to get yourself going. Alex Sharp will go to the stripe.
Fouls on Paige Bradley, her 3rd.
Kristen Beale will be pleased with that. Caps have shot really well from the line so far, 90%. Sharp saw the mismatch and attacked.
I like that from Sharpie coming into this second half. Her shots aren't dropping. She could have gone into that pull-up J, but I like that she took a couple extra dribbles, gathered herself, saw she had the mismatch, and now she's gone to the line for two and hopefully just seen one drop. That'll get her on a roll.
This three for Paige Bradley, and she splits a pair. In the hands of Bradley. Nicholson working hard off ball. Richards, top of the paint. Nice find, down low. George is fouled. Chance for one more. And the home fans here at the Quaycentre, very pleased with how this third quarter has started.
And a great high-low between Richards and George. George had the mismatch down on Munga, and Richards, great pass inside.
Melbourne and Munga will hit the pine. Chance to make it 10 for George, and she does. Jada Clark, 20-point lead. Sydney have all the answers at the moment.
And that's the game of basketball. It was a 12-point lead. It's been 2 minutes, and they've got it to 20. So it just shows how quick a game can turn around.
Potter dumped off inside. Turnover now Bradley. Capitals get back in D. Hesitates. Attacking on the right hand. Bradley with another two for the Flames. And this lead, as you mentioned, Beckett, has come up in a hurry. They finished the second quarter with a 15-2 run, Sydney. It was so close for the first 15 or 16 minutes of the game. Coyer attacking off the dribble. Sharp. Another chance on the O-glass. And for all they've conceded on the offensive rebounds, they haven't conceded too many points inside the paint as Clark, no good for three. Well, Richards, the extra hustle. Just ran out of space. Chance for the Capitals to compose themselves here. Clark saw the open lane. Sharp will let it fly. That's more like it for the Caps. Bradley has quietly put together a really nice last handful of games. Now Nicholson. Flames ball movement. Looking really good to start the third quarter. Not that time in the three. An offensive foul. Costly call against Clark. Just struggling to get themselves going, Beck.
Yeah, like what can you do? Flames have come out on a mission tonight. They're looking so good on both ends of the floor. And then you see them up in a tussle, and that's what can happen when you are frustrated, when things aren't going your way with a young team. You know, who's going to be that leader to get everyone together, to reset, take charge, and say, hey, come on now, we can do this. There's still a quarter and a half to go.
There's plenty of time to chip away at this lead. They need to stop Sydney on this end of the floor. Oh, George, all alone. The Flames are absolutely rolling here. 13 on the board already in this quarter. Sharp, driving hard to the cup. Looks to be a directive out of the halftime break. Sharp with two strong drives to the bucket. Whistle off the ball. And it's going to be team foul number 3 on the Capitals. Sideline basketball. And Panousis is back out there, as is Alex Bunton. Clark with 14 seconds to work with. Nicholson. George's decision-making has been stellar in this ball game. Nicholson muscling back through for two. 21-point lead. Clark. Richards staying with the basketball. Fowler was fouled down low.
And I think if Caps can just get into their ball movement, ball reversal, just getting the ball through hands and then cutting off the ball really well, which is something I really enjoy what the Caps do, is getting back to that. Flames are making them get out of their stuff. So it's like, hey, sometimes you just got to look at what the defense is giving you and don't get through the play, just read it. So that might be a backdoor cut or it might be taking them off the dribble.
Clark, led by Panousis. Fowler. Potter's got to make a move here. Gets it off in time. Tough finish, Gemma Potter. Panousis. Nicholson in the corner. Richards slashing to the post. George, another great find. Madgen. There's that combination we've become so accustomed to.
Great backdoor cut, and that's what I was just talking about, but for the Flames in reading the play. Madgen saw that she was getting overplayed. George kept her dribble alive and a nice backdoor cut, and it just makes for an easy 2 points.
Assists as a team, the Flames. Yeah, gelling really well tonight for your Friday night hoops here at the Quaycentre. Potter came up with the answer moments ago, and it's Fowler who hits on the three. Madgen. In the hands of Deddy Richards. Onwards to Nicholson. Asking a lot of Richards there. Opening for the Caps if they go quick, and Panousis has fouled Fowler. Fourth team foul.
And these last couple of possessions have been really good for the Caps. Potter nice and poised on a low shot clock. Fowler getting that nice three up, which she can drain. It's been a bit more poised, nicer ball movement, and they've just looked a bit more in rhythm and connected.
Comes Shakira Riley for her first minutes for the Capitals. Clark off the inbounds. Fowler attacking off the dribble. Richards with the defense. And fell to Clark for two. Clark's played some good minutes today off the Pinebeck. 9 points now she's up to in just 11 minutes.
She has. She's really been a good energetic spark on both ends of the floor.
Madgen back out to Richards. George will let it fly. They've done all of this, Sydney, today without really hitting on the threes. Just one triple has gone down. Fowler inside, Bunton. Potter for three. Really got there on the follow, but George cleans it up. 3 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Nicholson. Let's go under the screen. And Nicholson makes no mistake.
Great read off the screens. That's what Nicholson can do. If you go under, she's going to drop that three.
Fowler. Inside. Potter. This time gets the whistle.
The Caps bench has done a really good job tonight, like you mentioned, Clark, but I think also Potter coming off the bench has been massive, and this is what's great about the young Caps team is just everyone is ready when their number is called to go out there and bring energy and effort to their team.
14 bench points from Potter, Clark and Bunton as well has been good. That trio providing some production. That is something different from the in-house DJ Beck. Potter with the first miss.
I know, it does sound like some fans in the stands with a horn.
Potter getting on the seconds. Caught me by surprise, that's for sure. 18-point margin.
Back in for the Capitals. Go, Flames, go.
Nicholson with the ball. Draws the screen, now Magin set on the wing.
And that was a great flare screen from Rose. She hit Magin's player hard and left her with time and space for that three. And that is what Rowe does really well for the Flames.
Riley driving left on Magin, walling up. And coming up with a stop. Moved onwards, Rowe running the break is Nicholson. Team basketball from Sydney today has been awesome. Timeout on the floor, 23-point lead to the Sydney Flames, and this one is brought to you by Ford Aussie Hoops, the perfect intro to the world of basketball for kids aged 5 to 10 years. Visit aussiehoops.basketbball to find a program near you and register today for 2024. And Sydney, they keep on rolling in the third quarter, 20 plays 14 in the period. Open up what very well could be a match-winning lead here, Beck Cole.
Yeah, Flames are looking so good in tonight's game. One of their best, I think, as of late. And, you know, everyone is chipping in. At the moment, they have 4 people in double figures. And coming down the stretch, yes, you need to play really good defense, but the better teams are going to have 4 or 5 players in double figures moving the ball around. Because when that's happening, who do you defend? If you're going off Liam, all right, now they're sending a double team to you. You make the extra pass, now it's me. It just makes it so hard to defend. But again, Veely, great time out here. Gather the girls again. Bunt's been the vet on the floor. You know, she's been doing this the longest. What can she bring to her team? And the Caps, they still a quarter and a bit to come back from this. And this is something they're good at, is not giving up for 4 quarters. So they just need to stick with it. But the Flames, they're looking really good tonight.
Blueprint that could take them a long way. The Sydney Flames sitting in 5th with a 9-8 record, hunting down the Perth Lynx, who currently sit in 4th position. They will play on Saturday night against the Bendigo Spirit at the Bendat Basketball Centre. Every game crucial as we head into the final 4 rounds of the regular season. Here we go, 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Okoye. Clark driving around Panousis. She will head to the stripe. Panousis has 4 personals. And big news as well during the day, Megan McKay signing with the Melbourne Boomers as an injury replacement player for Penina Davidson for the remainder of the regular season. Terrific to see Megan back in the league.
It is. She is an amazing player and she fits well into the Boomers here. That's a massive signing for an injury replacement because she gives a similar energy and similar vibe to what Penina does. So for them, that is going to be massive. And I know I'm playing the Boomers in 2 days. So for me, I hope she's not in too much great form coming off the bench for them.
That's going to be huge at the Boombox on Sunday. Versus your Flyers. Pride game for the Melbourne Boomers. Here's Nicholson. Down low to McSpadden. Nicholson opting to take her off the dribble. Floater off the window is good. Sydney have been awesome. Jade Kurasami with a chance for the UC Capitals. Alex Sharp. Solid screen from Bunton. Hoyer's got the 1-3 today. Kurasami. Another late shot clock situation for the Capitals. It'll be up to Sharp. And the backboard goes red. Sharp and Melbourne have struggled from the field, but one of the reasons why has simply been they've had to get up some late shot clock heaves. The Sydney defense giving away absolutely nothing. It's up to their 2 leading scorers to try and bail them out. Here's Nicholson. Imagine wing basketball. Okoye switching onto the ball. Imagine will let it fly off the dribble.
And that's a good stop for the Caps there. They forced a tough 3 ball. And I love that I still saw their bench get up and get about it. And that's what you need sometimes, you know, when you get on a bit of a roll where you're down 10, then you're down 15, you can get deflated. But I love seeing that everyone is up and about cheering on their team.
Sammy. There's been a good vibe about this young squad throughout the year. Riley. Koya, extra pass, Sharp for 3. Drains it. Alex Sharp's had a nice third quarter. She's up to 13. Chance for what could be the final possession of the third quarter. Nick Spadden. Nicholson on the handoff. 8 seconds. Mid-range Jay. Great contest from Kurasami. Tap back in bounds. And the Capitals 2 seconds. Maybe one last heave. No. That'll do it for the end of 3. The Sydney Flames 69 lead the UC Caps 49. 10 minutes to play here at the Quaycentre. But the Flames are absolutely rolling. 27 points here in the third. And a 20-point lead as they look to try and improve their regular season record to 10-8. Richards is continuing to play well, Beck.
She is. She's been awesome all game. She's been in the right spots. Her teammates have found her. She's pretty much been dropping everything tonight, and she's been really hard to stop.
She has been. Kayla George, the double-double, 12 and 10. Couple of assists. Sharp got motoring there. 3 of 22 as a pair, Sharp and Melbourne. And Alex Sharp got going, but this Sydney Flames team, their assist-to-turnover ratio 15-6, and it showed in the way they're playing.
And with stats like that, majority of the time you're going to win games. So Coach Malloy will be really happy with that ratio right now.
He certainly will be. Here's your match stats, 57% from the field. Capitals have hit the glass, but it hasn't really mattered when you look at the points in the paint column. 42-24 now in favour of Sydney.
And it just shows as well, if you look at the assist columns, Flames are moving the ball brilliantly with 15 assists compared to the Caps, you know, only with 7. So sometimes tonight the ball has been a bit stagnant. It hasn't moved as freely as I have seen it with them before. And it'll be interesting. We didn't see Melbourne come back on in that third quarter, whether she's injured or it's just a play by Veely. See if she can come on in this last quarter and, you know, help make a difference for her team. But Sharp has been great.
Richards leads the way with 16 points. 4 players in double figures, the Flames. And Bradley with 8, a chance to make it all 5 starters. 10 minutes of action remains. Flames, of course, in their pink jerseys. After that great day on Sunday for Pink Hoops at Kudos Bank Arena. And the Capitals looking to get their form back here in the fourth quarter. Next game against the Bendigo Spirit on the 25th of Jan. Here's Sharp. Potter. And good off the pine. Kurasami. And nicely by Bradley. Fowler. Nice find to Kurasami in the corner. And Fowler's hunted it down. Fowler and the steal for George. 3 steals and 2 blocks today for Kayla.
Her hands have been great. She's been reading the ball, getting deflections for her team as well as steals.
Hitting form at the right time, as is Tess Madgen. 8 seconds. George and Fowler in the post. Fowler poked at it. 3 seconds. Madgen hits the deck. Bradley, maybe just in time. It won't matter.
And that's a good defensive play for the Caps and a great first couple of defensive play phases coming into this fourth. So hopefully that can really get them going here, get them humming.
Good opening minute. See if the Caps can continue it. Great chance for some of their youngsters, like Jade Kurasami. Here's Sharp. Fowler at the top. Bradley's been good today defensively, as have all the Flames, to be fair. Sharp. And ran out of time. And we've seen that en masse throughout this game.
As a team, it just feels so good when you can force a team into a shot clock violation because you know you've worked hard for 24 seconds and it's paid off. And the Flames, they've just looked really good and really connected on the floor tonight.
Now third in the league, Sydney, for points against. You can see why they're one of the league leading defences. Rowe attacking, putting the ball on the deck. Kirasami the other way for the Capitals. Brisbane local. There's St Mary's in the NCAA. Here's Sharp. Fowler with a screen. And George again with those active hands. Stays with the Caps, 5 seconds. Kirasami uses her body.
She's been awesome off the bench. She's come on. She's taken control as a general out there, being the point guard, and a nice, tough move.
Bradley to make it double figures. The Flames back out by 20. George, another steal.
Everywhere on the floor in this fourth quarter.
She has been terrific. Susie Bakovic, MVP. George on the low block. This time, offensively, she gets the roll. Forces the timeout. Sydney 73, the Capitals 51. And this timeout brought to you by your local Ford dealer, proudly supporting community basketball in Australia. Kayla George has got 14 and 10, 4 steals, 2 blocks. And that's the story today. How good have the Flames been?
They've been incredible. They have really put together 4 quarters of great basketball. You can tell they're connected on both ends of the floor. On offense, they're moving the ball, getting it through hands, finding the open shot. On the defensive end, you can tell they're communicating, they're pressuring the ball, they're getting rebounds, and then they're running. And when you're humming like that, that is really hard to stop.
It's been fun to watch. Nicholson 15, Richards 16, Madgen and George 14 apiece. Bradley's got 10, an even spread of scorers, an even spread of contributors. And that's the way they played. It hasn't been any one player for Sydney.
And that's it. When you have 5 people in double figures, you go to Caps, okay, how can we change up the defense to disrupt the Flames and, you know, make them cough the ball up or get a 24-second shot clock? But when everyone's contributing, you might trap one person, but then the other person is just being as successful. And it does get hard, but a credit to Flames in their ball movement. And I know Caps will come out of this timeout raring to go and hopefully, you know, can get some flow, get some momentum going their way.
Chance for the Capitals to do so here. Jada Clark, who has 11 off the bench. Potter. Fowler at the arc. And it's Clark. Double jab step. Tries to go to work on Bradley. Great D from the Flames point guard. H. Bradley with the basketball. George. Tough to pick a player of the game at the moment. George is there in the post. Going to work on Sharp, and again she gets the roll.
And that is her go-to move, to the left with a bit of a fadeaway. She's going to make that every time.
Fowler. Sharp, Okoye. Richards there defending. Potter. Driving hard at the hoop. And getting the whistle, so Potter will go to the line. Good assessment, good decision from Potter. Looked like could be headed to another, final second shot clock heave. Instead, the Caps are at the line. Potter no good on the first. A 23-point lead for the Flames. 6 minutes remaining in the fourth, and they have showed out for their home fans here. Third game of a homestand this week.
And you see Canberra trying to change it up now. They're in a zone. Can they get a stop?
Great pass from Bradley. Notice the defender looking the other way, and George was there for the catch.
And Flames just so poised, just reading the zone well, who's open, get it to them, nice shot.
Poise, patience, composure. Sydney have been all of those things. Suffocating defensively at that. Clark will inbound. Potter stepping back inside. The Flames with a stop once again. Bradley. Whistle from the referee here. We'll reset the shot clock and go again here from the sideline. Flames 77, Capitals 52. Nicholson cutting hard baseline. Retrieves it from George. Richards. Just over the outstretched arm of George. Haven't seen too much of the Flames bench unit today. Starters have been humming, rolling so well, obviously.
And sometimes coming into the later stretch of the season, you know, you might have your main, 5 to 7 players that you'll rotate, and you really want to get that flow going. Throughout the season, you might look to rotate more, but it is crucial because when you get into tight games, knowing that you have a rotation that can get flowing is really important.
And they are indeed flowing. Flames basketball once again. George will take a break. And Isla Juffermans will come in for her first minutes. The applause of the crowd and her teammates. Button as well will re-enter. Star New South Wales junior is Isla Juffermans. Bradley picked up her dribble. No one came to meet her. Flames keep the scoreboard ticking over. Koya, chance for her second three. Juffermans with the board. Bradley. Again, she picks up her dribble. Same result. Bradley's got 14. Approaching a 30-point margin. Okoya gets it to go. 2 of 5 from deep today. The Japanese international. Nicholson. Juffermans. Going to hand it off to a guard. Does via Bradley. She attacks Munga. Kick out. Row for 3. And the Caps get the stop. 3:52 remaining here in the fourth. Bunton. Now it's Potter. Defended closely by Nicholson. Munga will let it fly. Clark will get the shot clock reset. Two-man game, Bunton and Jada Clark. Oh, it's good off the window. Clark's been a lone bright spot. Next game for the Sydney Flames against the Southside Flyers on the 25th of January. Here's Nicholson. And you suspect we will see some of this bench unit now enter the game for the Flames. And Guy Malloy. Okoya. Richards, what a first half for D.D. Richards it was, defending Okoya there. Now Potter fouled by Nicholson.
She definitely started the spark and the energy for the Flames in that first half, and then you know, Paige Bradley, she has just had moments of greatness today, really reading the plays well. And George, of course, getting those steals, you know, her favourite go-to post move. We heard the crowd come alive there, but, you know, their starting five, just each person, each individual has had a role to play in the Flames being so successful tonight.
Time out on the floor. This one is brought to you by the WNBL app. I don't want you to miss a minute of the action as the season ticks on here and we approach the finals. For live scores, highlights, all your player and team info and more, download the free WNBL app today. And for the Flames, it's a team that has clearly improved as the season's worn on. Kayla George joining a new team off really no break after that really long WNBA season. Madgen's had a couple of injuries. Richards and Bradley as imports have both worked their way into the season nicely, and now as a starting five, they're really clicking.
Exactly. That's just some things that can happen in a part of basketball as people coming in and out, whether that be to, you know, playing overseas or injuries, and you have to find your rhythm, find what clicks for you, what your identity is as a team. And once you've found that, it really does just make a difference. And you know, hey, every game, this is what we want to be known for and this is what we want to bring. And coming into finals basketball, you want to be humming at the right time. So Flames have done a great job of their last couple of games is, you know, really finding their identity, what they want to be known for, and bringing that into the games and being successful with it.
They've won every quarter so far, the Flames. Had a 1-point lead at the first break. It was a 1 or 2 possession ball game for the first half of the second quarter, and then it started. A lot of good on the first.
And what really does help as well is if you look at their lineup, they have vets, they have experience. You know, you have the likes of Nicholson, who has won WNBL championships, as well as Madgen and George, who also have, they've played for the Opals. And then you have Richards, who played overseas in the WNBA. So you know you're going to have a successful outcome with the experience of that team.
Here's a well put together squad. Download of Juffermans. Perhaps hit the deck and the whistle came from the referee.
Oh, I can't see, but was her second foot out of the charge circle? That will be the decision.
It was very close, wasn't it? So Caps have the basketball. Kirasami. Running point here for the Capitals. Bunsen. Kirasami. 8 seconds. Loading in the keyway. Now it goes up for Abby Solway. Carla Pittman checking in as well moments ago for the Sydney Flames. First minutes for her. What an opportunity. Juffermans. And she gets it to go, her first 2.
And her teammates, you can see, are loving that. When you can get everyone on your team almost getting on the scoreboard after such a great game, it is such a good feeling.
Munga rims out. Kirasami saw the cutting. Munga, she'll fly out to the three-point line.
Out of bounds, Flames ball. And in for the first time tonight.
There is good energies here for the Sydney Flames. Elise Hurst as well will join the action. Mind you, Elise Hurst has played some pretty important minutes, especially through the early parts of the season for Sydney. Bradley into the corner. 3 ball, never looks like missing. And Pittman with her first 3, and aren't the Flames bench pumped?
What a great skip pass by Bradley. And again, another bench player coming on, feeling it, getting that 3-point ball, so exciting.
3 ball in the corner, right back at you for Solway.
Abby Solway.
In the 10th WNBL game, the Canberra native. Bradley Jufferman's cutting to the hoop. And again, it's Pittman. Back-to-back buckets. What a way to introduce yourself to the WNBL. Munga. Bunton moving it onwards, Solway. Caps playing with some freedom here in the last minute. Kirasami, net by Jufferman's, great D. Bradley. Playing right to the final horn. McSpadden, Jufferman spinning in the post. Got the muscle, and she draws the foul. Jufferman's will have 2 at the stripe. Great scenes over these last few minutes. Pittman and Jufferman's hitting the scoreboard.
Rise up if you with them. Let them know. Want to come from Ireland, Jufferman.
Jufferman's to join Louisville in the NCAA as well. After her debut WNBL season, 28-point lead to the Sydney Flames. One last opportunity for the Caps. Bunton, nice look. And Kirasami with the call. Chance for one more. And another bench player from the Caps we've seen some good minutes from, Beck.
She has. I love that we see in the last minute or two of this game is the young, bright stars, you know, the next generation coming through. They right now aren't going to be getting a lot of minutes on the floor, but it's so great, even though in situations like these, we get to see our future talent coming through.
The Caps certainly have plenty of that. One last look, right on the final buzzer. Jufferman's last look, 90 plays, 65. The Flames emphatically get the job done at home here at the Quaycentre.
They definitely put on a masterclass here tonight on both ends of the floor, and you can tell they're pumped about it.
As they should be. 3 on the trot now and 2-0 this round after defeating the Lightning on Wednesday night. And they improved to 10-8 on the regular season. And now are really right on the tail of the Perth Lynx, chasing down that finals berth, Beck.
It is. We spoke about it earlier. Every game now is pretty much a finals game with, you know, number 2 on the ladder to number 5. It can be anyone's game. So each game you have to go in playing 4 quarters. You have to bring it every single minute that you're on the floor because every moment matters and every game is crucial.
Kayla George, our player of the game here this evening, a double-double, 18 and 10. And how about her defense, Beck?
She was great. She was getting steals, she was getting deflections, and even though they're not on the stat board, they are crucial to a team getting win, disrupting the Caps offense, and she was such a highlight in the second half.
4 steals, 3 blocks, 0 turnovers. And illustrates really as a whole how Sydney played. Just 8 turnovers a team. They were so smart, so in sync throughout the contest.
When you're looking after the ball, 8 turnovers, any coach is going to be happy with that. So it just shows they were looking after the ball, getting the correct shots in their offense, and that's why they were able to put up 90 points on the board tonight.
Full match highlights, and there were plenty of them for the Sydney Flames, who had all Jade Melbourne named that Opals team. A huge couple of weeks for her, so clearly a good chance to get some rest for what's going to really be a massive 2024. And a 25-point victory for the Sydney Flames here at the Quaycentre. We've got 3 games remaining in round 12 of the Cygnett WNBL as the season continues.
You're around, everyone, get down to your local WNBL games because, trust me, you're going to be entertained.
Absolutely. At Parkville on Sunday. Us and everyone behind the scenes here, we thank you for joining us tonight. Liam Ellison and Beck Cole with you on the call, and the Flames get the job done by 25 points.